welcome to Wakaati Rewind, and it's another amazing movie edition. So sit back, relax, have your popcorn, egg roll, anything, because this is going to be another fun and exciting edition. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
It's movie time, isn't it? We are checking and guiding our viewers, giving them what is interesting, captivating and thrilling. We are accomplishing wonders, and we choose to interfere by entertaining you.
Wakaati Channel 100. We are Wakaati. Our stories are told by us.
Welcome back, guys. It's still Wakaati Rewind. My name is Autumn Joy Abosade, and I'll be your pilot on the show. The first movie I have is the movie titled Rattlesnake. The movie was produced in the year 1995, and this movie follows the story of a young man, Ahana. The character was played by Francis Duru. This movie follows the story of Francis and his very humble family, the father, mother, and his siblings, and they were doing very okay. They have one uncle who is always admiring the mother and saying, I want to marry you. I have money to take care of you. But guess what? He had nothing. Anyways, moving on, the father got promoted at work, and just suddenly, just like that, while celebrating, he fell flat. Next thing is in the hospital, and then he died. But before he died, he gave Ahana a ring. Let's keep that story one side. Now, moving on, the brother to this man finally had his way with the wife, and then went to Lagos with the wife under the guise of getting, her signature to get their gratuity and stuff like that, and left Ahana and his siblings in the village. Ahana had to pick up mini jobs just to make sure that his siblings fed, as well as his grandma. He got fed up at a point and decided to go to Lagos to look for his mother. On getting to Lagos, he found out that his mother is now what? For who? The uncle. As how now? Is this the gratuity you said you came to collect on behalf of my father? Oh, you have decided to take over my father's properties and abandon us at the village. No, it's not like that. I was lonely. Story for another day. Anyways, the uncle chased after Ahana and made sure that he got into a bus to go back to the village. But he came down and continued hustling in Lagos. Along the line, he started picking pockets, and then he found his friend, Peter. They both went to Peter's house, and Peter introduced him to his mother and told one cock and bull story. And Ahana started living with them. But what happened? They got into the habit of stealing from people. Ahana will steal from people, get this money, and send it to his siblings in the village. But every day for the thief and one day for the owner, because they got caught and they were sentenced to 6 years imprisonment. After that, when they came back home after their 6 years, Ahana decided to leave the house. But the friend Peter was like, if he goes, I will go with him. His father decided that if you choose to go with Ahana, then forget that I am your father and you're a part of this family. And Peter said, no problem, I will go with Ahana. And together they went back to the village. While at the village, they decided to come together and form a group named the Amadas, where they would start stealing. How far were they able to go with that group? They initiated themselves, and they started off with the whole stealing from people just to make sure that they get a life. But how far were they able to go? This made them make a remake of Ahana, a remake of Rattlesnake, the Ahana story. So the remake carries the story of these 6 people. I'm talking about Nze, Amara, Ahana, Ebwe, Shongo, and Bala. They all came together and decided to form the new Amadas. And their job was just one: steal from the rich, from politicians. But how far did they go, and did they put their lives in danger because of this choice that they made? This is what you get to see when you get to watch the movie Rattlesnake, the Ahana story. Just maybe Ahana was right to have gone the path that he decided to go with his friends, or maybe it was most definitely wrong. This is not all I have for you. I'll be right back.
I lost my father and mother. What else is there to live for? The world is a brutal place to live. The leaders use the common man for their selfish gain. How do you even sleep at night, mother? the politics of this world. The rich gets richer, and the poor, poorer. I was going to live life on my own terms, and let the chips fall where they may. We target, we plan, we execute.
Daddy, school fees, can't you?
Hey, you don't mean it!
We are cooking.
Fuck it. I'm in!
You gotta spend that money if you want it. You gotta throw that money, flush that money, throw that money. I love money, money.
Where is my money? I need names.
Bounties out on their mother's head, and 2 names have been mentioned.
One of them was Snake.
Where the fuck is he? You're getting out of control!
Power to control. Control, how do you read?
I'm the girl who's going to bring you Snake's head on a platter.
Wakaati Channel 100. We are Wakaati. Our stories are told by us.
Welcome back, guys. It's still Wakaati Rewind, and the second movie I have for us today is the movie titled Glamour Girls. You have seen the title, Glamour and Girls. This movie was produced in the year 1994, and it follows the story of 4 ladies who lived this luxurious lifestyle. They just wanted men to spend money on them to establish their businesses. They were not really about love and all of that. Anyways, we had Sandra. Sandra was the one that was all about love and being responsible, wife material and all of that. But that took her nowhere, and that led her to coming down to Lagos to look for her friend named Doris, so that Doris can show her the way. You know, now who know anything more way, now who know way, now you know way. Anyhow, anyway, so she came to look for Doris, and then she met Thelma. Thelma took her to Doris, and then she was just talking about how she has done everything possible to get a stable relationship, to get a stable job, but it's not working. And Thelma and Doris said, don't worry, you're in the right place. We'll go show you where as long as you are ready. So these 3 people decided to help, these 2 people, Doris and Thelma, decided to help Sandra. And another story, the same movie, we have Jen. She's also a lady that, you know, she loves that lifestyle, that glamorous lifestyle. But she has a stable relationship with a man named Desmond. Desmond traveled all the way to seek for her hand in marriage, and her stepmother called Desmond aside and said, this lady you want to marry, she has a son, a 12-year-old son, and her life before, there is nothing palatable about it. But Desmond came back home like everything was all right, and let Jane know that, see, don't worry, I'm still going to get married to you. That was your past. I'm hurt that you didn't tell me about your child, but it's fine. We are still going to get married. So the lovebirds eventually got married, and we're living their lives on a low-key, so peacefully. Also, we have the likes of Helen, a very pretty black beauty, but her own job aside prostituting is that she blackmails her clients or her victims. You know, this man just was riding past and say, okay, you know what, let me drop you at the last bus stop. And before you know it, oh, God, give me my money. You follow me sleep yesterday, you say you go pay 2,000. 2,000. You can't give me 500. And people gathered. So that is her own way of making her own money. She also blackmailed a politician, a chief, and it worked for her too. So let's move on to Sandra. Sandra luckily met Chief Esiri, introduced to her by Doris as a party. And Chief Esiri changed her life, got her a good job, a house, a car. Everything was just going serere. And Doris on the other side says, see, you know what? I love these chiefs. I love these older men. I mean, I'm old myself. But they cannot be controlled. So you know what? I'm going to use these older men for money while I buy myself love and loyalty by dating and getting married to a younger boy. And then she met Daniel. And they continued their relationship. Daniel wash pants. Daniel wash pants. What's it Daniel no do? But then the money is there, right? Sandra was also enjoying until Dennis walked into her life in the guise of, oh, I came to see somebody that is my neighbor, this. And then Sandra fell in love with Dennis. But at the detriment of all the goodies that she has been enjoying from Esiri. Because Esiri got to know and then withdrew all his kindness and everything from him. Now back to Jane. Jane was enjoying her relationship until Desmond got involved in an accident and was bedridden for a long time. So she met this presidential candidate who said, you know what, don't worry, I'm going to change your life. Unknowing to her, this man is a fraud. He made sure that Jane sold everything, almost everything that she got from Desmond. And at the last minute, after she had taken a huge amount of money and giving to Desmond, he disappeared. You know, she tried reaching him and there was no way to reach him until somebody told her that, see, Desmond is somewhere. And she went there and in her anger and frustration and pain and everything, she shot Desmond and was arrested. That was how far we could go with Glamour Girls in the year 1994. But you know, now we were not satisfied, so there was a remake in the year 2022. Yes, in the year 2022, a remake of Glamour Girls produced by Abimbola Greg came out and everybody enjoyed it, because that glamour that we were looking for in the 1994 version, trust me when I say we did see a lot of it in the 2022 version. I mean, when you have the likes of Sharon Oja, Tokema Kinwa, Nse Mpe Etim, you should know that everything about that movie will definitely be glamour. We also saw Gemma. We saw a remake of Jane, you know, in the character Gemma in the remake, where she also had a husband that was bedridden, that was sick, and she was the only one to take care of her son. So she had to go back into prostitution to be able to save husband. But then how far was she able to go with that plan of hers? Did something happen along the line? Anyways, you get to know when you get to watch the movie. Also, Emma was lucky enough to find herself in that carcass, because that was the fast life. That was the life that she has been hoping for a long time. And then she got it, luckily to her, after a man, Zeribe, made sure that she was sacked from the stripping club that she worked. Then we have Tokema Kinwa, who is Louisa, who is married with 2 kids, but her husband, Aaron, played by Uzo Arokwe, was abroad, and somehow he decided to surprise her, and he came all the way down to Nigeria. Now, so Kasala boss, but I no go tell you now. You guys watch the film so that you go see as the Kasala take boss. Now, what happened to Donna, the character played by Nse Mpe Etim? She was in control of everything, but something happened and she got so greedy. What happened? So greedy about what? That is to tell you that you can only get, you know, small from me, and you have to milk it by seeing the movie Glamour Girls, the 1994 version and the 2022 version. I'll be right back.
Imagine you're one of these cars. Shiny, luxurious, and fast. You can go so fast, so far, then you can crash. Good evening, gentlemen.
Friend, the entertainment has arrived.
You talk to girls, don't know Donna.
We are special girls.
What do you want? There's some ladies out here waiting to see you.
God, we're scraping the bottom of the barrel now, aren't we?
When I come out here, no be only now shower work and I come to fight for you, and I come dressed like this, come my establishment.
We don't know where she come from.
I thought I asked you.
Auntie, I wait first. Now 3 younger ones I get with they wait for my back. Now they shake their beat. You talk say make I show you kind of work I come here, but I go show you.
but she look like she famous. Outrageous, looking pretty dangerous.
I like Emma. It's classic.
Tommy, who is this bitch?
Just play nice, girl.
Hey, who the fuck is
Tommy? Fix her.
Take control of the place.
Take all this one. I will pack her. No get an opportunity like this.
That's how we do it. Take control of the place. Let's take control of the place. That's how we do it. Take control of the place.
This is how we play.
You can tell us I'm down. When the rhythm of the club in the background, yeah. Got me explaining.
Don't forget that I helped you. You owe me. You never stripped for me before.
Men will kill for this kind of money.
Come on, Emma, don't be shy.
Who put you here? Low life tramp. Go back to the gutters where you belong.
Do you know how much money is missing? $10 billion.
Never give your love for free. The second you do it, it's game over. Welcome to Glamour.
It's movie time, isn't it? We are checking and guiding our viewers, giving them what is interesting, captivating and thrilling. We are accomplishing wonders and we choose to interfere by entertaining you.
Wakaati Channel 100. We are Wakaati. Our stories are told by us.
Welcome back, guys. You feel Amavi? You feel that glamour. All right, the third and final movie that I have for us is the movie titled Nneka, the Pretty Serpent. Nneka mo. This movie was produced in the year 1994 and it follows the story of a desperate lady. You all know how ladies can be when they are waiting unto God for a child. This woman could not wait again. She decided to take the bull by the horn. She went to the river with the chicken and went to Mami Water and said, Mami Water, I need a child. If you can just give me one child, I promise that this child will be dedicated back to you. She said it to Tama. She did not know the repercussion. Anyways, the spirits of the waters answered her prayers and she got pregnant and gave birth to a beautiful baby girl she named Nneka. Nneka was born with spiritual powers. Next in the movie, we see Nneka all grown up and we see a woman confronting her and saying, leave my husband alone. He is married. Get yourself another single man. And she's just looking at her and be like, are you playing? Are you joking? I mean, we're still sharing the husband. You are not happy. So she was mute all through. She didn't say much because she knows the kind of powers that she possesses. So after the whole fight with the woman, she called Chief and said, see what your wife has done. Oh. Don't let me do what I have on my mind. Chief also had, a misunderstanding with his wife concerning that. But Nneka was not satisfied. She had what she wanted to do in her mind. And what did she do? Next, we see her go to Chief's house with a bunch of banana and offered Junior, Chief's son, this bunch of banana, but he refused taking it. And the maid came out and said, hello ma, who are you? You can't just give him bananas like that. And in her usual manner, she just transferred something to the maid and gave it to Junior. And Junior ate it and died. Also, Chief's wife, on her way to the village for something very important, she had an accident and also died. And we see Nneka telling her friends, see, I'm done with married men. I'm done with Chief Ogbonna. After all that man did for you, I mean, he practically changed your life. I know. He said, I'm done with him. Chief called her and said, sympathize with me now. He just lost his wife and his child. And said, I am done. Don't call me again. Later on in the movie, we see that Chief was pronounced dead, found in a room. And Nneka moved on to a very, very nice party. And she sighted one man and said, love at first sight. That's my spec. And who's this man? His name, Tony. And guess what? Tony is in a very serious relationship with Ify. Nneka just kept looking at him. The moment Ify left, she walked up to Tony and said, I have a business proposal for you. I want us to do business. I have some, you She was saying like, and Tony was like, I'm in a relationship. You're not supposed to be here. Don't worry. It is for business matters and not personal matters. Hey. All right, during the course of the movie, we see that they are now in a very serious relationship. We see Nneka calling out to her spiritual husband. Nneka, they enjoy you. He get physical husband. He get spiritual husband. I hear that spiritual husbands are always dangerous, but this Nneka own was even, you know, supporting her, giving her powers. This spiritual husband gave Nneka the powers to control Tony. And boy, she ruined Tony's life. Tony was sacked from work. Tony used everything that he had to make her, you know, happy, opened up a restaurant for her. You know, he had nothing. He went from 100 to 0. And Ify also had to leave him, but Ify still loved him. So she was praying for him, and the pastor told her that, see, this thing that is wrong with Tony is not physical, it's spiritual. So she was praying, even though she was no longer in Tony's life. But Tony was enjoying Nneka and even had to fight with her mother and her sister, you know, just to be in Nneka's good books. And Nneka, even for the fact that Tony has done everything to satisfy her, after opening that business, she went ahead to continue her promiscuous life, you know, bringing in or going out with different men that come to her restaurant. At the end of the day, what happened? Tony was delivered. Yes, Tony was delivered from the claws of Nneka. The pastor prayed for him, and he finally summoned the courage to chase Nneka out. I mean, chased her out and said, she tried to use her powers again and looked at her like this, but it no work. The power of Jesus, you know, conquered that. And finally, Nneka left the house. But will she give up without a fight? No, she went back to her spiritual husband and said, give me more power, stronger than the one you've given to me before, because I want to go back to Tony's house and he must marry me. Anyways, her wish was granted because she went back to Tony's house. This time around, she had to possess she went as another lady that came into Tony's house as a house help. And her name was Chioma, and she did a lot. She did a lot to the extent that Tony's friend Emeka decided to take her to his own house, and guess what? The man also saw Shege. Do you think that Nneka actually gave up like that? No. And what happened? That made a rebirth of the movie. A remake of Nneka, the Pretty Serpent, came in the year 2020. And this time around, she used her powers in full force because the Queen Mother possessed her. And Queen Mother lied to her that, see, there are 6 people that actually came together to take my powers from me. And I want you to return those powers to me. And it was these 6 people that killed your parents. So you are angry, I am angry. Let us come together and, you know, deal with these people. There were 6 in number. Let's not forget that this Nneka also had a love interest whose name was Tony. And like 3 or 4 people of these victims were surrounded, were Tony's family, even his father. How far was Nneka able to go to make sure that she did everything that was requested to her by the Queen Mother? But yes, she did. She killed the 6 people. The first person had a weakness of women. The second woman had a weakness of perfume, and yes, she also killed that one. And the next person had a weakness of darkness, and we have allergy. And the last person was Tony's father. That was where things became very, very difficult. So do you think that Nneka would actually kill the father of the love of her life? That's a question that can only be answered if you get to see this movie. So I am saying to you to see this movie.
They killed my parents. This burden that you carry, are you sure it's not too heavy for you?
I see everything. The darkness is weeping dead of you.
Teacher. Choro, come choro. Revenge. They invaded my kingdom, slaughtered my people without mercy. Your mother was one of us. That makes you one of us.
Kengbe anyị ga-ebido.
Snake. What snake?
If you had enough power to defeat her the first time,
Who are you?
are very beautiful, smart, passionate, and ambitious.
Any question?
Then that is all I have for you on Wakaati Rewind this week. Hope you enjoyed all the lineup of movies that I have. I'm not done yet. I'm going nowhere. You are still going to definitely see this pretty face. And don't forget to follow us across all social media platforms. My name is Otunjoy Abosade. Until I come your way some other time, it's bye-bye.